Okay, I'm back. And as you can see, you can now see me. And I'm wearing a cap because I got a bad hair day. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the sources of water. Doesn't take rocket science. Best source of water is drinking water. Leaking mouth here. Alright, other sources of water can be obtained from anything that you drink. Soups, beverages, milk. You can also get it from food, so especially watery food such as fruit and vegetables. You also get some from meat, seafood, poultry. Now, water intake can be increased very simply by drinking more water, drinking fruit juice or drinking milk, or you can consume lots more fruit and vegetables. Okay, so what's the recommended daily intake of water? Your body loses water all the time through breathing and also through daily activities. Whenever you're walking about, you sweat, you're going to lose water. So you need about 1.5 to 2 liters of water today. That is equivalent to about 6 to 8 glasses of water because each glass of water is 250 mils. Now, how much water you actually need depends on a few things: state of health, diet, level of activity, and environment. So let us go into detail. Now, state of health. People suffering from illnesses actually require more water to replace the water they've lost. So for example, if you've got a really bad cold and you're constantly blowing your nose, you're going to lose a lot of water from the mucus that you're blowing out. So you're going to need to take in a lot more water to replace that. Oh, yes, can you hear it's raining in the background? No more dog. Okay, next, if you are pregnant, you have a baby in your tummy, and the baby is actually surrounded by something called amniotic fluid, and the amniotic fluid protects the baby. Let me just get out a pen here. Amniotic fluid protects the baby, so you need water to form that. Alright, second factor which affects your water intake is your diet. So if you're drinking a lot of diuretics, example, caffeine, so like coffee, or you drink a lot of Red Bull, that's going to increase your water loss because diuretics means that it makes you go to the toilet and pee more. Because that's an increased intake of water is needed to replace the water loss. Okay, yeah. Water is also needed to prevent constipation. So if you are having a diet that's very high in fibre, for example, you're going to need to drink more water so that the fibre can absorb that water and help to lubricate your waste out of your body. Okay, next factor is level of activity. So people who have an active lifestyle, like if you play a lot of basketball or if you are running around a lot, then you're going to perspire more and hence you're going to need more water. Last factor is environment. So if you live in a country like Singapore where it's very hot, it's very humid, you tend to sweat a lot, then you lose more sweat through you lose more water through your perspiration and hence you need more water. If you live in a cold and dry environment, so for example, if you lived in the Australian desert where it's very dry, it's very cold at night, then again you're gonna need more water. Okay, last bit of the water section is how does water actually affect your health? Now, if you don't have enough water, you can get dehydration. Serious stuff. Now, dehydration, when you're dehydrated, now you don't even have to be seriously dehydrated, you can just be mildly dehydrated. In fact, by the time you actually feel thirsty, it means that you are slightly dehydrated. Now, when you don't have enough water, you tend to feel tired a lot more, so you feel fatigue. You also get concentrated urine, so that's when your urine starts to turn this nasty yellow color. You get a dryness in your throat and your mouth, and also a dryness in your skin. Now, the elderly and the infants are more at risk of dehydration. The elderly, because they're sort of slowing down, their body's slowing down. So the thirst sensation is not as strong and they tend to drink less water. Maybe sometimes it might be a mobility issue. They might not be able to move around as much and get their water as easily. As for infants, they tend to urinate very, very frequently. And the other thing about them is that they can't actually tell you when they're thirsty. So they might be already dehydrated, it's just that, they can't tell you and they can't get their fluid. Alright, insufficient water also results in hard and dry waste matter. So try and imagine what it'd be like if your poop was actually like rock, like really hard and dry. It would definitely cause constipation and very uncomfortable. On the other hand, you can get water intoxication, which is overhydration. That's when you drink way too much water too quickly, and your kidneys, which is basically your urine factories in your body, can't handle all the excess water coming in. So basically what happens is your blood gets too diluted and you actually drown yourself. This condition can actually be fatal. But you really have to drink quite a lot of water. So you're drinking like maybe 6 liters within half an hour. So yeah, just be aware that it can happen.